You know, weatherman lied. It was supposed to be 23 degrees this morning. It's 17. Water in trailers froze up. I thought it could handle 17, but yeah, you know. Oh, and it wasn't white last night. It ain't real heavy. A half inch maybe. But I was thinking about Blue. Poor Blue Dog. Because, you know, he got rolled under the Amazon van. And his hip all redone. There's days he doesn't walk so good. But he come out like a 6-month-old pup. Ready to hit the day running. Didn't you, Blue? Huh, buddy? Yep. Ran all the way over here that way. I wish I'd have thought about it sooner and got it on video. He wasn't about to slow down. So, I don't know what we're going to do today. One of the biggest things on my fun day is going to be making sure that water troughs are full. So, oh, wait a minute. Rather than putting those to the test, which I've done so many times, way too many times, I might want those batteries charged too. Put them on the charger. And they were on for a little bit, but not long enough. Oops. But we're going to see just how well this is going to do today, because I don't know if I need it, but I guarantee I might want it. Well, there's a sight I rarely see. Neighbor's got some lights on in his hoop house. Probably the only way you can keep it warm in there. And I don't know if you can hear that. There's 3/4 of an inch to an inch of snow on the roof. That's not snow that's coming down right now. Snow doesn't make that sound. It's coming down as sleet. Kind of stings when it hits you in the face too, and the wind picked up some. But take advantage while I got the boys stuffed in the shop, and Rainey, of course. Rainey's fine. She don't chase the cows out of the feed barn unless I tell her to. But kind of funny how it's on an angle there. Oh, I know why it's on an angle there. It's those two tractors sitting outside. They came out of the northeast. That's what happened. That's what happened, isn't it, Wally? Yeah, at least you got pretty good protection if you really want it. It's lots of wind block. These guys don't have as much. Oh, well. Get this done and then work on water. Well, I'm done watering for now. Broke Wally's ice. It was about an inch thick. I didn't bother breaking ice over there. It was low enough. I just turned the water on. I got it unhooked at the float, so the hose is straight into the trough. Only issue I had, that's the hose that goes over to there. This one's Wally's. Of course, just a tiny bit of moisture in the threads, but I got it. I overcome it. Got it on there. Both valves were froze solid, so I had to run a little water through them first, you know, make a mess. Let it run. I didn't open it wide up or it'd blow the freaking hose out, so. And cow's water I don't need to worry about for a while. 2-year-olds is still all right. I busted ice in them so they can get to it. Calves water, 1/4 inch of ice on it, I suppose. Yeah. Grab it by the plastic. Oh, we're snowing again. It's not sleet this time. But of course the calves, I mean, there's 300-gallon troughs and there's a dozen calves in there. It's to keep the ice broke. That'll last them a while. Well, you can see that. Tiny flakes. And the east wind. It's probably colder now than it was. We've had quite a bit of east wind while I've been feeding. I'm going to go in and warm up. Not that I really have to. I mean, after all, I have my winter attire on. My old Walls coat, nice and heavy. I actually have a long sleeve hickory shirt on today. And don't forget my Carhartt stocking cap. I can go in here and freeze Becky now. Oh yeah, my Carhartt gloves too that Brooke gave me. My fingers are almost too big for them, so they cool off. This has gotten slick. I like that thing. That is handy. Rather than using my hand to thaw the faucets enough to shut them off, because we've got everything on manifolds off the hydrants, I just used that. Got it thawed so it would shut, got it thawed so it would shut. That one's not all the way on because that hose is just laying in the trough. There's nothing to hold it. And yeah, we got some of them funky Charolais crosses now. Mainly because everything came as sleet, freezing rain, and snow. Pasture's finally wide out there. Can't tell the winds. Even the steps are full down there. That's what I came back in here for. It is between tiny snowflakes and sleet. And the trailer only has like a ½ an inch on it because I think it all blew off anyway. That's probably what's in here. There's about 2 inches on most of the driveway. We actually have more than Brooke and Matt and Ty and Maury do. But anyway, yeah. The end of the hose, your female end is just the right size if you need to thaw that quick so you can make it turn. Hold it right on the end of that. It takes about 3 or 4 seconds. Worked really good. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I was going to show this too just because. I mean, we use whatever you got handy to break ice, but that is one of the two that we used when I was a kid. And the power was out for a couple of weeks, and it was weather like this. And that was way before we had a well, and the spring was down there in the bottom, down where we got all the irrigation pipe tied up to the power pole. And everything was froze solid underground. It was 3 feet under anyway. We let the cows out in the bottom because there, was no water. Let them have the creek. We didn't realize when we let them out, the creek was froze over. Neighbor's family had been here for over 100 years and they had never seen it froze over. And keep in mind, most of that 100 years, be the piece out here we used to have. The bottom down there, there's a road cut, and the creek used to follow the edge of the hill through there till they changed that in, like 1920 or whatever. Everybody watered their horses down there, and actually our driveway and down our lane was one point where they would come down and the other was over there. There was enough room at either place to turn a wagon around and get back out, so they didn't have to unhitch to water. But anyway, we had 6 inches of ice. Cows, the only thing they were getting was, there was 6 or 8 inches of snow, and the only water they were getting was the snow, so whatever they were eating was going to warm them up enough to melt the snow so they could drink. Took about 3 days to figure it out when all the cows looked like shit. But that was one of the two. I was like 6 or 7 years old, I guess. 3 times a day we went down and chopped holes in the ice so they could eat or drink, whatever they were doing. But anyway, yeah, already very useful. I was hoping she'd show up better from here. She's all white. I think it's 241. Focus. kind of half steamed in here. They're giving off enough body heat. Yeah. Tain't like, I think it was last year. It shot straight through, and these bales all the way down to the platform at the end were covered in snow. But anyway, it keeps going back and forth. But watering's done. I go find me a warm spot again. Yeah. Becky tells me, well, you could have put in your insulated pants on. I actually have a pair of Carhartts that they're insulated just like bibs, but it's just pants. Because really what's cold is my legs. Because why? There's nothing to keep the wind from going up my pant legs. So yeah, do this all again here in another few hours or maybe longer. Obviously the grass is tall enough that it's all hiding in it. Wind keeps blowing it off the trailer. We finally don't have any wind to speak of now. Interesting thing is where it's chosen to go down through the deck boards. And Mom's hummingbird feeder, she got it thawed out finally. So it's up with a light on it. I go back over where it's warmer. It's cold out here. And yeah, that's not the sound of snow under my feet. That's the sound of sleet. Oh, I threw a bucket of water out for these guys, so I better put it back in. They got their drinks for now. I can get down here without killing myself. Steps there have never been very good to begin with. Well, they drink a couple inches out of it. Set it inside the door so it don't freeze and go from there. Some white ones in here. Doesn't seem like anybody's doing anything. A couple of these heifers, though, I was wondering about. Becky saw a string on one. I got Becky down here helping. Ha ha ha, she's breaking water. But no, what she saw, look, there's icicles hanging on that one. 15 degrees and still get freezing rain. Interesting. Mostly ice pellets today. Sleet, whatever you want to call it. They just wigged out because she stopped in the other pen. One broadside out there. You can tell if she was laying, she's got icicles hanging off an angle off her butt. It's crazy. And both outside troughs, theirs and the cow trough, like 2 inches of slush on top. There's no ice. But the 3 troughs over there, and both troughs in the back barn, are icing over. I think I've broken them 4 times since this morning. And I don't think, yeah, she just busted the ice off that was left over from last night. I don't think I got a water tonight. They aren't drinking much. Actually, it's good or bad, but anyway, we're going to finish feeding and make our way back to the warm spot. She left the lights on over here for me, but I still gotta throw hay for these girls. I was hoping they had enough in there I wouldn't have to, but no, they don't. Story of my life, it's even snowy up here. Of course, the way the wind's been blowing, it probably came through. That's my guess. Becky even with the cows in. I think she found something out too. This gate, when we redid everything quite a few years ago, it's all part of the post and greased, and it needs to get greased. I had a hard time opening it this morning. And that's why I cleaned it yesterday, make it so it's a little smoother. They still got to get over the wheel tracks and whatever tracks they put on it before it finally froze. That's Minnie Moo. Becky's gonna get her too close, then she's gonna spook and slip and fall on her ass. Probably both of them fall on her ass. Anyway. And we've got, depending on where you want to check, anywhere from thinnest spot's probably 2 inches, and there's spots that are at least 5 inches. She found out it's froze. Oh well. What do you have to say to everybody?
Negative temperature suck dog dicks.
Yeah, it's only 15 degrees, but we keep getting these 20-mile-an-hour, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Yes, I left the lights on. I want to see something in the cameras tonight.
Put down your camera so I can hold onto your arm.
There's not necessarily any with strings. Well, there's 2 of them I saw this morning had clear strings, but I mean that's any time in the next couple weeks. So, but I want to keep an eye on them anyway. So I'm gonna walk over and turn the lights on here, and she's gonna go into the steers and bust their water up. She's just thrilled. They'll probably, yeah, I think they're all outside, so they won't be running. They all ran outside when I went in earlier. And now we're gonna snow again. So hey, hope y'all are staying safe and warm. Uh-oh, it was almost froze shut. And thank you for watching. And hey, the real shit's apparently supposed to hit tomorrow, but we'll see. So stay safe.